Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbase helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.
We're on to race number 4. It's the in full flight handicap over 1100 meters. It's a listed race. 10 runners will go to post. We've got interviews and we've got reruns. The reruns are for Isi Vungu Vungu, who ran it on the Gravel Polytrack on the 14th of April when finishing second. Straight after that, we're going to get into the interviews with Stuart Ferry and Rachel Finneker. Stay tuned to your monitors.
The leader, Faustino, tempting fate between runners. Isi Vungu Vungu's running on. Good Travellers on the outside. Isi Vungu Vungu now comes into the lead over the last 100. Good Travellers starting to make up the ground. Isi Vungu, Good Traveller with long lengthy strides. Isi Vungu, Good Traveller on the outside, gonna get up. Good Traveller from Isi Vungu Vungu. Third place will go to Tempting Fate and then Prince Crash.
Yeah, Preferane, I think maybe, he's just not dropping quite. He's still carrying those top weights. But I was saying that also, he's doing well at home. He likes Scottsville. But also, pretty much like the previous one, there's some nice horses comparative.
Yes, so Adult Sisma, the turf is a question mark to me. However, he's feeling very well at home and I'll be hoping for a good run.
Another very, very competitive race. These I quite like number 4, Ambiorix from the Vaughan Marshall Yard. It's his first run after gelding. It's got the blinkers. It's got Bling Kumalo on. 100% strike rate at this track.
Yeah, a horse that's actually a Group 1 winner at this course. As a juvenile, he really showed himself up well and beating a horse like Bard of Avon, and that was the gold medallion. Since then, he's just had the 2 runs this season, and you could say they haven't been the best because he's been well beaten by Vikram and Cosmic Highway, but you're right when you said that he's now been gelded back in March, and often is the case where these horses, get that unkindest cut. They show huge improvement, and I see Vaughan has also gone with the blinkers as well. He is backed up by a stable companion who is a good horse, a very good horse on his day called Safe Return, and you can't write anything into his last start. We just watched that we watched the replay of Good Traveller. This horse Waterbury Lane that won so well for the Canamea stable. This horse, I didn't expect him to hit a brick wall like he did last time out. He was in so a desperate need of his first outing back in KZN that he was just eased out of the race by Anton. That's not his start run. He's a very decent horse on his day. So I think Vaughan, Marshall's runners, One Safe Return and Ambiorix. We know that Vaughan's had a quiet start to his campaign here during champion season, but we saw him settle the exacta the other day at Hollywood Bet. Scottsville will look for hounds and Silver Operator, and I'm sure that the horses will now start to turn. So strong hand, Vaughan Marshall, but this is a field that is loaded with, some quality individuals. A horse like Play for Rain, although 61 kgs, he seems to run in snatches, but he's a good horse. Alatissima, I prefer on the polytrack. Intrepid, Justin Snate's runner, comes into the race with some very useful Cape form. You can see the last time out, 1.5 lengths behind Safe Return, 1.5 kgs better off. Socrates is having the season of his career, and he's a 7-year-old. This season, 7 runs, 2 wins, 5 places. Ashford Castle, wow. What good form was this horse in prior to the layoff? 3 on the bounce, and just look at the stat, rest +1, which means first run back from a break. He runs fresh, 4 starts, 3 wins. Mount Pleasant is one of the roughies in the race. I prefer Spider's Corner of the 2 from the Duncan Howell stable between 9 and 10. And then I think I've saved the best for last when it comes to my selection here, Devon. Isi Vungu Vungu. Now, after this horse won on debut, there was positive talk for him. I don't know if you can remember that interview or, you can cast your mind back.
Yes.
And he hasn't done badly since.
100%. It was a cracking effort behind Good Traveller. I'm just a little bit worried about that second run after rest, but I've followed this horse as a young horse, and after he won his maiden, I do think he's loaded with ability.
That last start, he was entitled to just tire. We watched the replay over the final 50 meters. He was coming off a 9-month break, and you know, the gelding was done back in August. So it was a break, it was a gelding. But the fact is, he showed his well-being, which I took a lot of positives out of, because I don't know how this horse, Good Traveller, who's obviously had the experience, he had race fitness on his side, he just came through to win an excellent. Because when Warren moved up on this horse, I thought that was it.
Yes.
He was going to win.
Yes.
I mean, the horse that came from behind him in that replay, I mean, he really won a good race, and he seems to be back to his best. The low weight catches my eye here, 52.5. I think this horse is unexposed.
100%, you hit the nail on the head. I definitely think this is a big player in this race. Isi Vungu Vungu, Keegan DeMello is now aboard, and a solid chance. And look at the betting, D's 11-2, and a nice each way bet.
Yeah, that's what I think. I've got him down as possibly one of the horses to follow here. Number 3, Isi Vungu Vungu. But in wrapping, it is the start of Jackpot 1. It's race number 4, the in full flight handicap. Whilst Devon and I make it a competitive race, I think you can narrow down your selections. I'll be in the camp of the local here. Let's see how good he is. He's taking on some tried and tested sprinters. There's quality to speak about, but I think we still have to see the best of horse number 3, Isi Vungu Vungu.
My name is Beston. I live in Cape Town. Also, I do delivery. Interbet helped me to realize my dreams. Now I have my own delivery vehicle, and I'm able to do the removal in and around Cape Town.